Wait till you hear all I have to say.
Hey, fans of the movie club, shut up. This week, we watched 2015's Best Picture Oscar winner, Spotlight, which is number 485 on the Franken list. I am Frank Gaffney. With us, as always, Joel. Morning, Joel.
Good morning.
Or evening or afternoon, whatever you're saying.
Yeah, whenever we think we're actually doing this.
Annie King, who just blow dried her hair before we started.
Yeah.
Mark. Whoa, tits. Gardner.
Oh my God, now my aunt is calling me.
Oh, no picture. And go fucking Cringer. Do you want to take that call?
Yeah.
You don't have to hear what I have to say. I'm not important. Just walk away. Just walk away. All right. So here's the plot. In 2001, editor Marty Barron of the Boston Globe assigned a team of journalists to investigate allegations against John DeHagen, an unfrocked priest accused of molesting more than 80 boys. The reporters make it their mission to provide proof of a cover-up of sexual abuse within the Roman Catholic Church. This is the kind of movie you could imagine like Henry Fonda or Jimmy Stewart going, you know, they're decent, upstanding journalist heroes who refuse to give up on their story while facing difficulty and intimidation. Are you with me on that, Joel?
No, not at all, because they were making movies like that in the 40s and 50s, and nobody was defrocking priests back then.
Well, I don't mean that specific subject, but that kind of, hero fighting the uphill battle. But what's interesting about this particular conspiracy is the silence was not only among the people, the church, the police, the law officers of Boston, but it was also their friends and families, all the Catholics who were like, don't stir up. And they all turned a blind eye to the abuse that was going on. And even the Globe itself didn't want to piss off the Catholic Church. And they should have followed up on the story years earlier. They had been given information. So, and the film's serious tone is set by its characters. They move from skepticism to revelation, to the uncomfortable sense that we should all be feeling guilty for ignoring the secrets that were too hard to believe. Brilliant cast. Mark Ruffalo and Rachel McAdams got nominated for supporting roles. The film won 2 Oscars for original screenplay and for Best Picture, which is a very rare occurrence of the Best Picture only winning 2 awards. I think Grand Hotel, I think, won 1. Just Best Picture. The other contenders that year, Bridge of Spies, Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, The Martian, The Big Short, Room, and Brooklyn, all of which I enjoyed more than this film.
Wow.
This would have been my last choice.
Oh, yeah. Room is real rollicking.
I very much thought it was a beautiful study. So the acting was great, but the rest of it was meh. And so many familiar faces, because when it's such an important issue, all the liberals in Hollywood want to be a part of the project. Yes, I'll do it for scale.
I have to leave.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk before you go?
I didn't take any notes. I would just give it 3.5 stars. I saw it before. I loved it then. I really enjoyed it now. But I was falling asleep on and off yesterday while watching it, so I didn't take any notes. I liked it, I guess, more than you.
Oh, you heard me talking.
Well, I have a very small apartment.
I think it's pretty rude. No.
Same old shit now, and no, I have to go to my aunt's house and sit with her the whole fucking day.
All right.
Sorry, Amy.
Does she at least have internet? You could watch TV shows while you're there?
No.
Bring your computer.
She doesn't have Wi-Fi anymore.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Love you.
Good luck.
Bye. So this gets 3 stars for me. And obviously, I commend their passion in exposing the story. But the movie, being so high-minded and well-intentioned, is ultimately a little too cookie-cutter and predictable to be totally engrossing for me. So 3 stars. I didn't bring a pen. I can't write down your stars. Somebody write them.
You just have to watch this all over.
Yes.
So, Mark, you don't have a picture up, but you like the movie.
Yeah, because it's fucking 9 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday morning.
Oh, now you revealed our secret.
That's it. Yes. I actually I don't have many notes to say about it, but that's not because I didn't like it. I both Danielle and I watched it during a week. We this was the second watch. We saw it, when it first came out on video or whatever. Definitely, unlike you, Frank, we did find it riveting. We did find it engrossing. We both really enjoyed it. And yes, the cast not only being fantastic, the top 7 cast listing are all Marvel movie alums. Six of those 7 MCU. One of them not the MCU, which would be Liev Schreiber. He was Sabretooth in the X-Men Wolverine Origins movie. Whatever. We enjoyed every bit of it. And on a personal level, I will say that growing up Catholic, from freshman to senior year of high school, my best friend Vic and I both worked in the rectory with the priests. And by junior year, a new priest came in, Father Giuselli, who befriended us, and he was younger and hip and cool. I saw that I was listening to Van Halen. He liked rock music and whatever, and we all became buddy, and we would hang out, listen to music. We actually went to a few music venues, and he shared with us that he had sex with a woman way back when he was younger. And then we all went to college and fell out, whatever. But we found out years later that I was sitting at home when I was in my early 20s, and he was on the news with, Stu Simmons and Chuck Scarborough on Channel 4 News as having found out that he had sex with a woman at the time. And then a decade later, he was named also. I don't know if it was because of Spotlight or not, but he was named as having abused young boys. And my buddy Vic talked to one of his buddies at work. He's a scientist and all that stuff, and his friend has some expertise in the area, and he said that we were totally being groomed by the priest. But neither of us were ever abused, nothing like that. It's different, when we were 17, 18. It's different when you're 7 or 8, much different. And my buddy Vic, he's an ogre. He was shaving, and he was 6 feet tall in 6th grade, and I was a black belt already by then. So we would have been able to fight back, unlike the poor kids that these priests in the movie preyed upon. But there was a little bit of something hit home a little bit there.
Well, I mean, I don't know about fighting back because, and it's in the movie. They say, here is the priest. He's.
I know, but it was they talked about it because of the neighborhood and all that stuff. It was very, very religious. I didn't have that in me. I was Catholic. I went to church, but I did not have that a priest can do no wrong mentality.
Right.
No, I would have punched him in the face.
I can't make any jokes. I'm sorry. They're in here.
You can make them.
No, I can't.
Wait, I can. I'm a Jew, right? No,
There you
that doesn't
go.
work that way.
Let Joel make them. Text
You're
Joel.
the Liev Schreiber of our.
I was already giggling at the word rectory. So
I did find a way. By the way, I did rectory. Nice, Joel. I did appreciate that. I don't know what year he started, but Liev Schreiber went on to do Ray Donovan, which he was a very Boston guy, and here he plays the only guy that's not a Boston guy, which was funny.
Yeah. I too was raised Catholic, and I was an altar boy, so I was
Me too.
definitely a big part of the Catholic Church. And I would go after school. I would go to the convent and help the nuns with tasks and stuff, and my mother would make shawls for them. And,
Nice.
But nobody was grooming me. I'm very disappointed about that.
We could have traded. I would have traded.
Yeah, I would have been right there. Well, maybe I would have been right here.
oh,
Joel.
Wait! I didn't get my stars. I didn't get my stars. I'm gonna go. I was between 3.5, 3.75. It'll be 3.5, I suppose.
Joel.
yes.
Did you think it was a better picture than all of those Oscar nominees I mentioned?
I'll wait for you to come back before I answer.
Yeah. I forget some of them, but I remember Brooklyn being that was very good too. I don't remember. I actually never saw Room. I don't remember what the other ones were, but
Yeah, that's how good they were. Frank
yeah,
mentioned them like 3 minutes ago, and you can't remember them.
I got two of them.
All right, so here's the thing.
Bridge of Spies, Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, The Martian, The Big Short, Room, and Brooklyn, which is a beautiful movie.
Brooklyn was
So-
great. Bridge of Spies was fantastic, and that's the only one I would
Yeah.
say that maybe was better than this.
Fury Road, come on. That
No,
movie,
that was
great.
horrible. That was hard. That was
I
a
love
2-star
that
movie at most, 1.5.
I love that
Horrible.
movie.
Horrible movie.
Joel adds all the Mad Max movies to next year's list.
I'm good
Yeah.
with that, except for that one sucked. I'll watch.
The Martian was great.
Joel
Martian
adds
was
just Fury Road to the.
Damn you, Joel!
The Big Short was great.
It was good.
So in 2015, the boys were 10 and 7.
Wait, this is 2015. Yes, sorry.
Yes. So
Wow.
in 2015, the boys
So they
were
were
10 and 7.
prime molesting age.
Yeah, they were.
No?
No, what I was
That's
saying,
horrible.
when they were 10 and 7, we weren't going to the movies at that point to
Oh, I
see
see.
anything of this nature. It was
Right.
it was a rarity. It's not like this year where I was able to cram in every Best Picture winner
Right.
for the Oscars. So of that
If you would
list,
just go into kids' movies in the
yeah,
movie.
or Marvel movies, they are fun things. So
Like I said, kids' movies.
the only I had up until yesterday, I think the only movie I had seen from that list of Best Picture nominees was Fury Road.
Ooh.
I might have seen The Big Short. I don't remember. So I saw Spotlight for the first time yesterday, and I loved
Wow.
it. I thought it was a great movie. It was well, it was engrossing. I turned it on. It's like 2 hours and 8 minutes of kids being interviewed about molestation. I don't want to deal with this, but it wasn't quite that, thankfully, and it was engaging. It was well written. It was well acted. I mean, not just Mark Ruffalo and Rachel McAdams. Everybody in the cast did an amazing job. I love Michael Keaton anyway, and I thought he was great, and Liev Schreiber, of course, and John Slattery, and
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci, yes, with that weird Boston accent and hair.
But Michael Keaton, somebody even said to him in the movie, "What happened to your boss? You don't sound like an East Bostoner." And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing accents."
Right. Which was fine. I think it's one of those films that it's an important film because it's covering a topic that really
But that's not a reason to give it an Oscar.
No, I'm not saying it's a reason to give it an Oscar, and I can't, other than saying, oh, well, yes, it was better than Fury Road because it's a different type of movie than Fury Road. I can't say much else because I didn't see anything.
Right.
So,
You would love Bridge of Spies.
yeah. So
I also think Mark Ruffalo was robbed of that Oscar.
who
He
won?
really does such an excellent job here.
Who won?
The Bridge of Spies guy, the British guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, I don't even remember the Oscars at this point from that year. But I really like the movie. I don't have much bad to say about it. It's not like it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll go with Amy and Mark and give it a 3.5.
Annie, I assume you've seen this before.
No, every
Oh.
year I try to put on my list something that I've missed along the way that I should have seen.
All right.
And I guess in 2015,
You were watching Joel's Kids?
yeah, busy.
So I could go see Fury Road.
Exactly.
So, I just Google list of Oscar winners and then I
And
randomly.
you hadn't seen that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And
So
it was good. We enjoyed it. Both Danny and I enjoyed it. And I said, sometimes it feels like homework when I have to watch a movie. But no, we both enjoyed this one. So it was a fun watch. Not fun, and I thought there's even more to this, the whole story with priests and what they go through and why, it's so it's
yeah, didn't it say that 50% were not celibate?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
That, yeah.
interesting.
right. And, there's a whole, back psychological, they even had wellness centers, or, trying to help them with that and all and everything. So it was interesting. And yeah, I thought they all did a really good job. I didn't have any notes really. I don't take notes anyway when I'm watching. So,
I
but
mean, of course, the saddest part of it was that it wasn't until 2001 that
Yeah.
this was exposed. That's and it had been going on for 30 years by that point.
Yeah,
So
but not just in Boston. It was
Yeah.
going on for, you don't know how long it had been going on in all those other
Yeah.
places that they listed at the end of the movie, where things were,
Yeah.
you know,
and yeah, and the absolutely most heartbreaking thing was when it happened to their child, and the other parishioners are saying, "Oh no, don't stir stuff up.
Yeah.
He's gonna leave. We'll be fine.
Even the parents
Yeah.
were like, no, it's okay.
We can't say anything. It's So
do you
yeah.
think it's all fixed? That it doesn't happen anymore?
Well, I mean, hopefully it happens less.
I have a problem with celibacy and priests. It does something to you. I don't think these people would have been. They're not child molested. The bulk of them probably would not have been child molesters or rapists, whatever you want to call it, had they been having sex
Family.
like normal. When you take those vows, I think it does something to. It's not meant to be. That's all I'll say.
Do you want to talk to the Pope?
I'll send him a stern and mature letter.
Could you? That'd be great.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, no, it was good. I would give it the 3.5 also. So you don't really have to take notes. Everyone but you gave it 3.5.
and I've been putting them down. Here comes the text. So,
I found a pen.
so I did this for nothing then.
That's where I went when you were like, "I'll wait for you to come back." I'm sorry. I think, for me, also, it was, like I said, for me, it was too predictable, too cookie cutter. We know where it's going. And maybe I read and seen too much of this story before I saw the movie.
But Frank,
So-
the entire movie, I still found it riveting. It was just as they kept finding clues and this and that. I mean, it was unfolding. It was to me very well done.
I mean,
Yeah.
I knew the basics of the case from
Right.
all the national news and stuff, but I didn't know the in-depth aspects. And I found that, as Mark said, to use the word riveting, is just really fascinating how they uncovered everything. And
And I was surprised when it turned out that it was Michael Keaton who wrote that story years ago and never followed up on it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
didn't
that was
even
good.
remember that.
that's the thing, is that that he didn't even remember passing it on and
Right.
moving on from it. That says a
Yeah.
lot about the news industry too.
Yeah. And he was a Catholic as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm in the minority this week.
Okay.
Spotlight is not on your usual streaming services, but you could rent it from Prime for $3.79.
It is on Stars if you
Who has
subscribe
stars?
to that.
6 people have stars. Ever since Mark canceled it, I don't care. And next week we will be seeing the superior journalist drama, All the President's Men, which
That's
is
my
also yes.
Never seen
Well,
it.
for me it made sense because it's very much the mold of that movie. You'll see. Maybe we should have seen this one first. Also not on your usual streaming services, and you could rent it from Prime for $3.99 or go to the library. Of course, I have it in my collection. So does Joel, I bet.
I do.
All the President's Men.
Great
Yeah.
movie.
Okay, that's it. We're all journalists now. I'm Frank Gaffney. Go watch a movie.
See you guys.
And also with you.
Yes.